Hey there, in this video, we'll be talking about essential product owner skills. My name is Josh, I'm one of the founders here at Product Manager HQ. I'm also the head of product for a software company called Squidward, which I'm also the founder of. And with that said, let's go ahead and dive into this subject. As you know, product owners play a central role in both agile product development philosophy as well as in Scrum development. What's more, the demand for them is also on the rise globally. According to stats shared by Zippia, in just 2020 alone, the product owner workforce in the US crossed 5,799 professionals with a projected 67% growth rate in the years to come. Those product owners who wish to have a positive, memorable impact within the organizations they work for need to master a set of key skills that will help them do just that. So that begs the question, what are the essential product owner skills to enhance a product owner's effectiveness and ability to maximize product value? Let's go ahead and take a look at them. But before we do that, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can get direct notifications whenever we post a new and insightful video just like this one. That way you'll always be guaranteed to get your fair share of high quality instructional product content from product management experts. In this video, we're going to be focusing our attention on what we consider to be the 7 key skills that product owners need to master going forward to demonstrate high performance capabilities on the job. The first one we'd like to examine is one which is an absolute must for all product owners, and that is none other than your skills in the Scrum Framework. This is an absolute must because the role of a product owner is synonymous with the Scrum Framework. In fact, the official guide that breaks down the framework for Scrum specifically states that the product owner is a necessary role within the entire management process for product development. As you can see, being a product owner means that you occupy a central role, communicating constantly across departments, teams, and stakeholders to ensure that the final product is a success. In light of patterns that can be seen in product management trends, this will involve managing practices that leverage the agile methodology, which is a particular approach within the broader Scrum framework. As a product owner, mastering Scrum is more than a standard skill that you need to have. It's a crucial and critical responsibility that can either make you a great product owner if you get it done right, or spell disaster for your career if you don't. This entails knowing the Scrum framework like the back of your hand, as well as the various management practices that govern how you treat situations in your day-to-day when you're on the job. It also involves keeping up with any new updates or promising trends that impact the Scrum framework and knowing when and how to best implement them within your organizational practices for maximum performance. Up next, I'd like to take a look at another essential skill that product owners need to have under their belt for a long and impactful career, and that is their project management skills in a general sense. Now, previously I spoke about Scrum skills, which is a specific type of expertise within an approach to project management. While that is important, it's also even more important for product owners to have a deeper, broader, and holistic understanding of project management as a whole. In today's world, the product management process is more complex than it's ever been. While it is true that Scrum and Agile have been written about extensively, meaning that product owners have a wide range of resources that can support them throughout the various stages of product management, because products are becoming more and more innovative in nature, product owners now need to approach product management from more than just a Scrum perspective, but also borrow from other project management frameworks where necessary. For example, the waterfall approach, as you can see, is a 7-step framework that is more associated with a more traditional take on product management. However, you as a product owner may feel that it may be a wise idea to deviate from standardized Scrum framework practices and blend in some elements of the waterfall approach or another type of project management framework. It's better to know more about project management than it is to only be familiar with one framework and be confined to it. Now we'd like to take a look at another key skill that product owners need to take with them, and that is analytical skills. Just like Scrum skills, analytical skills is one of the key skills that a product owner can't survive without. When we talk about analytics, we refer to your ability to collect and analyze information, solve complex problems rationally, and make decisions on time for enhanced productivity. In your capacity as a product owner, you have to critically analyze problems and identify possible solutions fast. Backlog management, for instance, requires analytical skills because the product owner must prioritize items in the backlog. Identifying which items to prioritize based on their relevance, importance, and linkage with other items in the backlog is a task that can't be done without analytical skills. Analytics also consists of subcategories, including critical thinking, logical reasoning, data analysis, creativity, and research. So it is a mix of multiple skills that are all related to logical thinking that is used for solving complex problems. Today, a product owner is also expected to know how to leverage new cutting-edge software and technology that assists in analyzing data when called upon to do so. All in all, you can't become a great product owner if you can't critically analyze and solve complex problems on a daily basis. Let's dive further into the skills that product owners need to master, now turning our attention to communication skills. Communication is a skill that anybody and everybody needs to work on, whether it be among friends or in a professional context. In the case of product owners, communication occupies a central and critical role that makes its presence felt in all tasks that you are responsible for. This is because the Scrum Guide specifically states that one of the tasks that a product owner is responsible for is creating and clearly communicating product backlog items and communicating product goals. For that reason, communication is an absolute must-have skill for a Scrum product owner. If you can't communicate effectively, the product will eventually fail. After all, it isn't just about creating and prioritizing backlog items. Rather, the product owner must also communicate constantly with the Scrum team, Scrum Master, and stakeholders. Therefore, as you can imagine, when working on a large project that involves multiple teams and departments, the need to communicate increases exponentially. In doing so, it's important to state that communication includes verbal and nonverbal cues. The process looks quite a bit like this, where the product owner must understand key factors such as how to encode a message using a language that the receiver can easily understand, knowing the right channels to use, as well as how to minimize noise in order to effectively deliver a message. The next skill we'd like to break down is technical skills. In the product ownership circle, we define technical skills as being those specialized skills that are used to perform a specific task within the product creation process, such as product design and coding. The product owner is a technical role. You can't become a great product owner if you don't know the ins and outs of development, design, agile framework, Scrum approach, and IT infrastructure. Granted, more often than not, situations similar to the following tend to crop up. Once you have been recruited, you undergo a period of learning and development, which is a phase where you may begin to train your technical skills. However, the earlier you start and the more knowledgeable you are prior to being recruited, the more of an asset you are to a company seeking product owners. Moving on, let's take a look at yet another crucial skill for product owners to take with them, and that is decision-making skills. By nature, the product owner occupies a decision-making role. After all, being responsible and accountable for the product means that the product owner has to make several decisions on a daily basis, ranging from what items to include in the product backlog to how to prioritize them, and also how to best communicate product backlog updates to the rest of the Scrum team. For that reason, decision-making is one of the most essential skills that have to be built into a product owner. As a process, decision-making consists of several steps where you select one of the many available alternatives. The steps usually include defining a problem, identifying different alternatives, selecting and implementing the best alternative, and evaluating results. Product owners must then use their decision-making skills to solve various problems they face during product creation, be it related to design, development, or otherwise. The last skill that I'd like to highlight as one of those that product owners need moving forward are collaboration skills. As a product owner, you do not and will not work alone. Instead, you form part of a larger team consisting of software developers, designers, and others who play some role in the product creation process, working closely with them and constantly being in contact with them. The closer you are with your fellow product team members, the better. However, it's important to know that collaboration and communication are not one and the same. Collaboration is defined as working with others to achieve a common goal. In this case, the common goal is to maximize product value. In doing so, the product owner is expected to share information in a natural and non-invasive way, immersing both parties involved in the collaborative process in an interactive and non-threatening partnership for the betterment of product creation. And there you have it. We just went over some of the most essential product owner skills that you'll need today. And that said, while these skills are all important, there are also other skills that will help you in product management, such as leadership, creativity, and more. Just because you prioritize the 7 skills I've mentioned doesn't mean that you should ever neglect others that are also important to how well you do at your job. Having said that, this begs the question, how can you learn the right way to approach all of these skills? Fortunately, we help you do that at Product Manager HQ. We have certification courses as well as tons of content to help you level up your product game. We also have a product owner certification that you can take that focuses specifically on this role. I went ahead and put a link in the description below this video to the product owner certification course if you want to go ahead and check it out. And before we go, we got one quick question, which is Is Scrum the #1 methodology for product owners compared to Waterfall and other frameworks that they can use? And if you know the answer to that, go ahead and put it in the comments. And with that said, I wish you the best of luck on your career journey in becoming a better product owner. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like it and subscribe to our channel so you can keep up to date with everything product management. Cheers.